welcome back to my channel. I was inspired to do this video because I watched Molly Bolt video where she talked about who she thinks she would be if she was psychic, and that got me thinking because I have definitely thought about this topic before. I haven't thought about it often because that would not be healthy if I thought about it all the time, but I have thought about it in terms of like basketball. As you may know, I love basketball and I've been playing my whole life, so I have thought about the idea of if I did not have a stroke that caused me to have cerebral palsy, epilepsy, being visually impaired, then would I be better at basketball? And I have always said, no, I don't think I would be better at basketball. And you may think I'm crazy for saying that, but I will explain why in this video and get some other things that I think may be different, may not be. Like, I honestly think, I don't know, like this is something we will never know. I will never know. But yeah, it's interesting to see a different role where I did not have a stroke, I did not have any disabilities. Like, who would I be? Would it be that much different? I don't know, because I truly think like how I was raised would not change. Yes, I wouldn't have my disabilities, but I would still, in a way, be the same person. I don't think my personality would be that much different. However, I will say, one thing I think would be different would be my work ethic. I don't think I would have nearly as amazing work ethic if I didn't have my disabilities. Like, having my disabilities has helped me to work harder, to have that work ethic, that determination to, never give up on anything. I would like to say I would still be a hard worker. I mean, it's hard to know, but I can pretty confidently say I would not have the same work ethic. That's just something that has truly come from, a lot of things not being easy for me. In terms of like being funny, the things I like maybe actually I would be more interested in makeup. I don't know. Part of me think that like I would still not be interested in makeup because I truly, like, it's hard for me to believe that the reason I'm not interested in makeup is because it is more challenging for me. I think it's just, who I am. And I don't think that would change in a world where I didn't have a stroke. I don't know. That's very interesting to think about. But I think overall, my personality, who I am, would be the same. But yeah, my work ethic is a big one. I just don't think it would be the same. But sports, I love, watching sports. I have loved it since I could remember. That was something, that I think would never change in another role. I just feel like I was raised in like watching sports, watching football, watching basketball, watching baseball, even though I don't watch baseball really at all anymore, but I think it's very like easy and probably like typical to be like, obviously like you would be better at basketball if you were able to use both of your arms, but for me, I just don't see it like that. I think it's just because basketball from a very early age, I just knew it was just something that meant so much to me because I was good at it from like the beginning. And when I was growing up, like there was so much that was hard for me, and to have basketball and to find it and to realize, wow, this is something that I'm good at and I don't feel like I'm disabled when I'm playing. And I truly think that it wouldn't mean as much to me. I do think I would still love it just because of how I was raised. My mom loves basketball, so that wouldn't change. I just don't think I would be as good at it because it doesn't mean as much to me. I like to think that I would sure love playing basketball. It's hard to know. With all these like thoughts and everything, it's just so hard to know. But it's almost like this crazy idea that if I didn't have a stroke, if I had no disabilities, like,
oh my goodness, I'd be so good at basketball that like maybe I could be in the WNBA.
But like, no. Like, I would so like be shocked. And that wouldn't help because I would definitely need to be a lot taller to play in the WNBA. 5'1" would not be enough. But then again, it got me thinking that maybe if I didn't have cerebral palsy, like maybe I would be a little taller, but like no. Maybe, never say never, but I sure think I would be shocked. My parents, no offense to them, but for me it wasn't just basketball. Like, I play soccer, I did dance, I did gymnastics, I did baseball for a short period of time. I did so many sports and I truly like love it. However, I do think in terms of those sports, I would probably be better. Especially like one thing I do wonder is, would I have done gymnastics for longer? Because I truly love gymnastics, but at a certain point, like, I just don't have great balance, and obviously you need good balance and you need to be able to do things that I can't with my cerebral palsy. So I always wonder about that. Yeah, it would be interesting to know, like, would I be, bad at gymnastics? I'm guessing. Like, I think I would still love it. Like, I think I would still love all these sports, and there's potential. But I think in terms of basketball, it's a little different. It's a little different. Let's move on and let's talk about like school, like math, like science, like I know that's so fun to think about. I think I would sure be good at math. I just say that because it just runs in my family. We are very good at math. So it's just interesting because I think like one thing I can do, and I have said this before, but like remembering everyone's birthdays, like that is truly, I believe, something that I have the ability to do because of my stroke. Now you may think I'm crazy again, but no one else can do it. Like, no one else can do it. Like, please let me know if you can remember everyone's birthdays. Like, it's not something I try. It's like I literally can't forget. And I truly think it's because of just my brain. And if I didn't have a stroke, I don't think I would be able to remember everyone's birthday. It's so crazy to think about that. Because there's other things, in terms of math where I'm just like, okay, is this like normal? So that is interesting, but I sure think I would be great at math. There's some layer things where I feel like it's the way my brain is. That's just like the most amazing thing about, the brain. I find it so fascinating. I think some things would be different, like, I don't know if I would like major in math and get like my BS in math, because a lot of it came from the fact that I thought I wasn't good enough. Like, I wasn't good at any other subjects, and I felt like I was made to believe that. So if I didn't have any disabilities, I think, I would have a way different experience in school. I almost think I would be good at science. I'm not saying I'm bad at science.
Actually, I would say I am.
But it's because I had bad experience in science, which I wish I didn't, because just like having a family who, is really good at math, we are also really good at science. So it just makes sense I would be good at science, but unfortunately I had very bad experience with some science teachers that I like to forget. And that's actually another thing, my memory. So I mentioned the numbers things with birthdays, but like my memory in general, I think would be a different. Like, I have a very good memory. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like I remember literally everything. I just remember things that a lot of people don't in my life. And I'm like, is that like shouldn't you remember this? Like, am I crazy? So I think my memory would be different. I think, yeah, there's a chance I may be, you know, loving science. Who knows? Or anything. I definitely think I would be a lot better speller. I am the worst speller. Like, if you think you're bad at spelling, just look at my spelling. I am so bad. It is like impossible for me to like try to think of a word and like sound it out. Like, there's no way. Yeah, things may look a lot different in terms of like school and going to college, and I don't know. It's really hard to know. It's very interesting because of the fact that I truly went to college to prove people wrong. I think I would sure have gone to college. I think it would have looked a lot different, which is crazy because I can't even imagine like not going to the college that I went to and also like meeting the professors there. Like, that is just crazy. Like, my life would be so much different. Just thinking about the people I have met because of, you know, having my disabilities. Like, I wouldn't have met them. That is insane. That is truly insane. That's another thing is like my YouTube channel. Would I still have a YouTube channel? Like, it would look a lot different because I think, I don't know, maybe I would still share my life, but I wouldn't have any disabilities, so I wouldn't be sharing, you know, my life living with disabilities. And that is such like a big purpose of my channel, and I love that. So yeah, it's interesting. But I almost would say I would still eventually, you know, make a YouTube channel because I don't think like my love for YouTube would change. But it's hard to know because the reason why I started loving YouTube was because, you know, I found people I could relate to, and I felt like I needed that because I wasn't seeing that on television shows. I wasn't seeing that in movies, but YouTube I was. So it's actually very hard. That's a hard question, but I'm so thankful for having YouTube and having this place where I can share my life, connect with other, you know, people who have cerebral palsy, have other disabilities, other stroke survivors. It's truly amazing, and to educate, you know, people, it's just the most amazing thing. So I wouldn't want to change that at all. But yeah, part of me would like a hope I would still have a YouTube channel, but it may be very different. Maybe it'd be like a cooking channel, a baking channel. I think I would be a lot better at cooking and baking. I would have more confidence in those things for sure. But also being able to drive, I would be able to drive. That freedom. Like, here's the thing, is it's easy to say that like my life would be easier if I didn't have a stroke. In a lot of ways, it would be, if you think about it. But it's also not guaranteed, because just because someone doesn't have any disabilities does not mean that life is, you know, easy. Like, everyone has challenges. Everyone has hard days. And, you know, a lot of times you may not even be able to tell. And, you know, I think that's so important to remember. So while I wouldn't have any disabilities in this universe, I would still have challenges. They would just be different than the challenges I have today. And I think that's so important to remember, because I know, like, think about it, it's so easy. It's so easy to be like, yeah, my life would be so much easier, and it would be so much better, and I would have so many more opportunities, and I wouldn't have to struggle so much. But, like, it would just be different. Also, I feel like in terms of making friends, I feel like it would be easier. But like everything else I talk about in this video so far, it's so hard to know. Because it's not like it's easy for, like, it's so hard for like a lot of people, you know, even if they're not disabled. So it's really hard to know, but I think like especially like growing up, like that period in elementary school, I think it would be easier. Growing up, only having like a few friends, you know, in elementary school, middle school, high school, I don't know. I think it would be easier. That is my gut feeling. That, not that it would be like the most easy thing ever to make friends, but I think it would be easier. Another thing is gating. I have talked about gating on my channel and my experience, and yes, but so many people, it's not easy, whether you're disabled or not, but I truly believe that it would be easier for me if I was not disabled. Like, it's almost frustrating to me at this point, you know, being called, like,
you're so beautiful, like, oh my goodness, you're so pretty, like, I love this picture, I love talking to you.
But then, like, that's it? And it's so hard to believe it's not because of my disabilities. Like, it's so hard. It's like, if I wasn't disabled, long story short, I believe that I would have more friends growing up. Even though having more friends does not mean you're like better than anyone else, but I just think that would be the reality. And I also think a lot of the guys that decided they did not want to continue talking to me or go any further would have different opinions. Let's just say that. And definitely not ghost me. Oh, another thing I want to talk about is living on my own. I think for a lot of people, society, they just assume disabled people can't live on their own. Living on my own is definitely a goal of mine that one day I hope to achieve. But yeah, it would be easier if I didn't have disabilities. I feel like I would definitely be living on my own, have a job, and like a consistent job. Like, I do have a job, I am tutoring, but a consistent job that I can rely on. Yeah, I think, you know, that my life would, you know, be different in that way. But it's not impossible for me. And I think that is so important to remember. To stay positive, it will happen. But yeah, in terms of other things, it's very, like, it's like I've been saying this whole video. It's like on a repeat. It's hard to know. I think I would, you know, in a lot of ways be the same Megan, same person, but at the same time, there's so much that has made me who I am because of having my disabilities. And also, another thing I've talked about is if I wasn't disabled, I would not be part of the community. And I would hope, though, so like I wouldn't be so ignorant. Like, I feel like unless you grew up being around, you know, whether you have a family member who is disabled, or, you know, you have a friend who is disabled, you know, or you yourself, you know, are disabled, I feel like it's hard to know if I would be ignorant if I wasn't around those people, because you truly are, you know, the 5 people you surround yourself with. And if I wasn't disabled, I don't know, I would hope I wouldn't be ignorant, and I would be educated and be interested and be open to be friends with, you know, anyone really, not judge them based off their disability or like anything, because that is not okay. Like, people are so much more than the way they look. So please don't judge anyone by the way they look. Like, what's the saying? Don't judge a book by its cover. Like, truly. But yeah, I think I'll end it there. I do wonder. Yeah, I would hope I would not be someone that, you know, growing up, you know, I was, you know, bullied. I, you know, was left out of things. I would hope I wouldn't be one of those people that would treat someone like that. Anyway, yeah, I think that is everything I'm gonna share today. Hey, it's me again. It is literally Thursday night, and I just thought of something that didn't occur to me literally right now at 5:22 p.m. EST time. And that is the fact that would I be right-handed or left-handed? I would assume I would be right-handed because most people are right-handed, so I just would assume if I did not have a stroke, I would be right-handed, but I didn't even think about that. Like, the fact that, like, my life, like, I was forced to obviously be left-handed because I literally have no other choice, but to think of, like, not having a stroke, I think I would be right-handed. That is honestly so interesting. Because maybe there's a chance I would be left-handed. Who knows? I'm pretty good at being left-handed. I can't believe I didn't even think about that. Anyway, there's probably other things I'm missing, but I really wanted to add this in before the end of the video. It's definitely interesting to think about this topic, think about, you know, who I would be. But yeah, I'm not gonna think about that often because that would maybe make me sad, but it was, you know, interesting to think about. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you do, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, follow me on social media, do all the things. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Bye.